DNA analysis allegedly ties St Marman to teacher's murder. The police say they have charged a man in relation to the January 2025 murder of 59-year-old teacher Angela Hamilton at her home in Pear Tree Grove, St. Mary, following DNA analysis of evidence from the crime scene. The accused has been identified as 31-year-old Delroy Palmer, a resident of Hamilton's community. Hamilton was last seen leaving for work on January 10, and about 3:05 p.m. on January 11, a friend discovered her body inside her home. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, Hamilton was seen with several stab wounds. The Jamaica Constabulary Force said the Area 2 Scenes of Crime Unit and the newly established Forensic Service Branch immediately processed the scene and collected crucial forensics evidence, which was submitted for analysis. 3 subjects, including Palmer, were taken into custody, and analysis of the DNA evidence revealed a match between Palmer and the forensics materials collected from the crime scene. He was subsequently charged on Sunday, August 3rd. Head of the FSB, Senior Superintendent of Police Christopher Brown, thanked members of the Area 2 Scenes of Crime Unit and the Forensics Lab for their diligent efforts, which were crucial in helping investigators to effect the arrest and charge Palmer. This case emphasized the critical role that modern forensic science plays in solving crimes and bringing perpetrators to justice, said SSP Brown. Our team's diligent work, from the processing of the scene to advanced DNA analysis, was instrumental in this outcome. We will continue to use every tool at our disposal to support our investigators and ensure a higher rate of conviction, he added. Spanish Town resident accused of shooting man after dispute granted $500,000 bail. A Spanish Town St. Catherine man, charged for allegedly going to the home of a man with whom he had a dispute and shooting him, has been granted $500,000 bail with surety. Dave Tupper, 47, appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Tuesday on charges of wounding with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, using a weapon to commit a felony, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. The bail application was made by his attorney, Harris. As part of his bail conditions, Tupper was ordered by acting senior parish court judge Janelle Nelson Gale to report to the Spanish Town Police on Fridays and to be fingerprinted. The matter was transferred to the gun court for mention on September 26. Allegations are that around 11 p.m. on July 18, Tupper went to the house of the complainant, with whom he had a previous dispute. He allegedly brandished a gun and fired shots, injuring the man. The injured man was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was admitted. A report was made to the Spanish Town Police, and Tupper was arrested and charged. Dr. Holness assures families who cannot be accommodated at Haven Housing Development that their needs will be addressed. Some families who cannot be accommodated at the Haven Housing Development in Central Kingston are being assured that the government will soon address their needs as well. This, as the old tenement yard has over 80 persons or over 20 households, but the new development will only be able to hold about 18 families. Speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony, Prime Minister Dr. Holness noted that sometimes challenges with the number of people needing housing arise after assessments are done. Dr. Holness added that the new development will also have a small commercial space.
Now, as we design the unit, we already acknowledge that it has to be high density. This is just over a quarter acre. 83 persons lived here, or rather, 83 persons are living here because they're still occupying many of them. 21 households have been identified. But I see the architect lip syncing, saying it can't be 21 because you can't hold 21 units on a quarter acre. So I gather it is 18, that we can comfortably hold 18. So that means we're going to have to figure out how we support the other families. And that is a challenge when we go to do these kinds of social housing program, because when you do your original social survey, sometimes you start off with 10 families, and by the time you go through the process and you come back, they tell you, well, me and him broke up, so it's 2 different families. Or you come back and they tell you, boy, my mother threw me out, and so I have to get my own thing now. Always a problem. When we are doing these social housing programs, we always come up with, hit upon some problems. But we are committed to resolve if you have patience, because it does take some time for us to go through the process. Now, when we are doing this, in addition to building the houses, we are also going to put in one commercial space. So we will put in a shop space with frontage, but we won't do anything else. So I don't know how we're going to give the one shop, because I'm certain all 18 households would want to have the shop, but they will work it out amongst themselves as to how they will occupy that shop. But it is giving you some insight into how we are going to move along this pathway of renewing our urban area, that we are taking into consideration the social and economic context within the people live. So we're not just coming here to build a house and say, take that. There is significant consultation, study. We pay attention to the history and the culture. So the building itself will be uplifting, but the people can say, this building means something to me. I will protect it. I will ensure that it is maintained, and ultimately it will serve the benefit of the people.
Police Federation demands urgent wage talk. The Jamaica Police Federation says it is incensed by the continued silence from the Ministry of Finance and Public Service regarding wage negotiation, and is demanding that Minister Favor Williams end what it calls the disrespect being shown to rank and file officers. The Federation is calling attention to what it described as an inordinate delay in starting salary and benefit negotiations for 2025 to 2027 contract period. According to the Federation, this lack of engagement is uncharacteristic of the ministry in recent times and has resulted in no wage offer being made to date. In a statement, the Federation said 2 letters requesting urgent meetings were sent to the Minister of Finance on June 25, 2025 and July 25, 2025. However, the only response received on July 29 merely stated that the minister was overseas with no indication of a possible meeting date. Chairman of the Police Federation, Sergeant Arlene McBean, said the Federation had been promised an early meeting during talks on May 6, 2025, related to Phase 2 of the compensation review and the salary and benefits proposal for the upcoming contract period. To date, this promise has not been fulfilled. This action of the minister and her team has eroded confidence and the doctrine of good faith in relation to transparent industrial relations principles, she stated. Sergeant McBean added that while the country celebrates a significant reduction in major crimes, the Finance Ministry's silence among it to slap in the face of hardworking women and men of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The Jamaica Police Federation, we are not pleased, McBean stressed. We are not pleased with the way the Honourable Minister of Finance and the Public Service has ignored the request from the Jamaica Police Federation for an urgent meeting for a conclusion to Phase 2 of the Compensation Review 2022 to 2025 and for the commencement of salary negotiation for 2025 to 2027. She noted that although the Federation was told during the May 6 meeting that an early date would be provided, there has been further delays. We waited and realized that there is another delay on the part of the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, she said, adding that it wasn't until July 29 that a hand-delivered response confirmed the minister was on overseas duties. The rank and file members, we are not pleased, and the rank and file members, we are very restive. McBean insisted that the minister respond as soon as possible. We cannot have rank and file members working so hard, different platforms, different persons. We bask in the glory of crime reduction, and there is an issue to meet with those who represent this result of excellence. We are demanding a meeting date, Honourable Minister. The rank and file members deserve this. We have earned it, and it is important that you listen to our cry for a meeting, she stated. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.